Welcome to Inland Empire Alive, bringing you issues, events, and perspectives from throughout San Bernardino and Riverside counties. I'm David Brady, and on today's show, I'll welcome Yesenia Soto to talk about the innovative biomedical learning pathway at San Bernardino's Pacific High School. That's today on Inland Empire Alive. I'm delighted to welcome my next guest, a senior at Pacific High School's biomedical pathway, Yesenia Soto. Yesenia, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
So I want to hear all about this wonderful program. This is a program that actually gives high school students real-world biomedical kind of career skills that will prepare them for future careers. Talk to me a little bit about what you've been learning.
So right now in my fourth year, it's kind of an application. So everything that you learn during the first 3 years, you apply it into a real world scenario. So something that we focus on year long is doing our senior defense project, which has to do with research and innovation. So you choose an aspect in medicine, in biomed, and what we chose was music therapy. So applying everything that we learned the first 3 years to a real world scenario has been really life-changing. We're able to experiment, we're able to use EKG machines, biofeedback rhythm machines, our oximeters, everything that you would use in a real lab is what we have in the classroom.
Well, that's one of the things I understand makes this program so spectacular, that you're actually using real equipment, real laboratory type equipment in a real world type setting.
Yeah.
What is that like? That you're not just simulating something, you're not working with, dolls, or, you're actually working with the type of equipment you will encounter when you get out into the real world.
It's actually really scary at first because it's something so different to students and you actually feel like you're in medical school. So one of the cool things that we experiment with is our Antomage table, which has a body donated to science that's on a table that you're able to dissect and see the different layers of the human body. You're also able to use real life dissection. So we dissect fetal pigs. And we also dissect cow eyes, so we were able to kind of take a deeper look into the retina and a bunch of different aspects of animals and humans. And it's something that not a lot of people get to experience with. So I feel like it's very scary at first, but it's very interesting. And you actually get to learn a lot. It's very hands-on, which is one of the reasons I kind of joined the pathway.
Well, I was going to say, what appealed to you in wanting to join the program? Did you have a career idea in mind, or did you think, well, this might give me an idea of kind of which way I might want to go?
Well, it actually appealed to me because of friends who took the pathway before me. They would always talk about it, and I was definitely very blessed to have the new biomedical building because it's like the biomed program that they had before, but 10 times better because it's a whole building that's dedicated to the medical field. So I would definitely say what attracted me to the program was wanting to have that hands-on experience and being able to help others. I find myself being a very empathetic person, so in any way, shape, or form that I can, I want to help others. And being educated in the health field is very important. We did Narcan training and CPR, so I'm able to actually save a life one day if I experience it or encounter it. So it's something different that not everyone gets to experience, being able to go home with the experience that I have, being able to help or save a life.
Well, you talked about this wonderful building. I want to jump back a minute.
Mm-hmm.
12,570 square feet classroom building with a community clinic, biotech classrooms, a simulation clinic, a biotech lab, exam spaces, and mock surgery spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel overwhelmed? I've seen, pictures of this facility.
Yes.
It really looks like the real deal.
I was definitely overwhelmed, but in a good way. I was just imagining all the possibilities of me being able to learn in this new environment. Being able to be in a mock exam room is like being in the real thing. It just makes you more engaged with your health and even in the healthcare professionals. So whenever you go to the hospital, it's something familiar to me. I've been in it every single day for the past 3 years. So it's something definitely very astonishing. Something about the building, about having a community partner with SAC. So our community clinic is very important to us because students in the pathway have been able to do hands-on experience with our partnership with SAC and being able to treat students as well that are going through financial issues or just need help has been something very unique.
We will have much more with Yesenia Soto talking about the biomedical pathway at Pacific High School right after these messages.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. You don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in like 400 of my posts.
I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
Well, I'm talking with Yesenia Soto, a senior at Pacific High School in the biomedical pathway, a wonderful hands-on learning program that prepares students for careers of all kinds of fields, surgeon, dentist, nurse, veterinarian. So now that you've been in the program for several years, has it helped you identify a possible career path, a possible job you might see yourself in?
So it's kind of funny that they brought me onto this interview because my career path has nothing to do with healthcare. So actually, I plan to major in business economics, which is kind of funny, but I feel like the biomedical pathway is a transferable pathway, meaning that the social skills, everything that you learn in the pathway, you're able to apply it anywhere, not just one profession, so that the fact that I'm able to take what I've learned and do something in business has been something that not a lot of people even considered that, oh, you would do medical, but then you would not do anything in the medical field. So it's kind of ironic, but
There's a
everything.
lot of overlap between business and
Yes,
medicine.
and that's what I learned afterwards. So I knew that I had a passion for helping others and being in healthcare, but not necessarily being a doctor or a physician.
Sure,
So I
okay.
wanted to do something with numbers. So my goal is kind of to be an accountant for something in the healthcare industry and being able to use my experience in everything that interacts and overlaps between healthcare and business.
Well, you talked about being an empathetic person. How important is that in the medical field? In any capacity, whether you're a surgeon, whether you're an accountant, to understand what people are going through, whether it's, as you said, financial hardship or a terrible medical malady that they might be facing.
Well, being empathetic is a very strong character trait that you need to have if you want to be in the healthcare because you're working with other people that have different conditions. They're going through something differently mentally. So you have to be able to expand on what you know in the most empathetic manner. So apart from just learning ethical procedure on how to do a surgery or how to dissect or what's the human anatomy, we also practice interactive procedure. So introducing yourself to a patient. So we have clinical mannequins where we have to practice procedure like, hello, I'm going to be your doctor today. This is what we will be doing to you. Is it okay if I grab your arm and move you up? Everything that has to do with the professional ethics.
What has been the most challenging part of the program? Was there anything that surprised you about it?
I think the most challenging part of the program is keeping up because there's something new every week. There's a new skills builder, a new lab, a new unit. It's a very fast-paced type of pathway, but it's something that I like because I'm able to engage in something different every week. So it's something new. A lot of people have very short attention spans. So being one of them myself, it's very unique to be able to learn something new every week. And we learn a lot of teamwork, collaboration, all those skills that you need in any type of profession. So I feel like I really like that about the
Well, that's an interesting point you bring up about teamwork because doctors don't work in isolation.
Mm-hmm.
They're not mavericks, they rely on a huge team of people. How important is it, have you seen in your studies, to rely on, a good team of people, having multiple perspectives, multiple viewpoints, looking at a patient?
Well, being in a classroom full of other students with different interests, it kind of simulates a real life scenario of being a doctor because you're going to collaborate with people that you don't necessarily get along with, or not that you don't get along with, but your idea of a diagnosis or a treatment may differ. So having that space to practice those confrontational, maybe disagreements where like, I feel like they should do this treatment instead, it's been very challenging, but very opportunistic, I could say, where you're learning in a way
You're
where
learning to find your voice.
yeah, you're learning to find your voice and collaborating with others because it's hard to talk to people sometimes
Well, to
because
speak up,
to
you know,
speak
and
up for
override a
yourself.
doctor and say, wait a minute, I think we ought to run this test instead.
Yes, especially when it comes to roles and knowing your place, maybe in healthcare, it's kind of hard. So for us, it's very unique that we're able to collaborate and we're able to talk. There's never one right answer. Maybe it's a combination of things. So your answer and my answer are partake the both same answer, but we just take different aspects of our answers and put them together. So collaboration is very important, and we apply that to every training that we do.
What does it mean to you that an opportunity like this exists here in San Bernardino, that the local school district has something this grand, this, you know, state of the art, you know, right in your backyard?
It feels very, I would say, sorry, this is very impactful for me because I'm a first generation student. So having the opportunity to be in a pathway like the one that we have is very important. It's very incredible because there's a lot of stereotype about where we live, about San Bernardino as a whole. So seeing that we have all these opportunities coming from our city, from our school at a local level is something that you don't get to see regularly. And we don't only apply that to the local level, we also engage with civics engagement. So being a part of that with our biomedical pathway is something different and unique for San Bernardino.
Well, Yesenia, it sounds like you've got a bright future ahead of you in whatever field you pursue. I want to thank you so much for being on the program. It's been wonderful having you.
Thank you so much, US. I really like being here.
Visit iealive.com.